Rob Portman, who has an eye for the budget with his broad experience as director of the budget and with a large number of colleges and universities in Ohio. He's a co-sponsor of the legislation. He helped to write the compromise, and he's here today to discuss it along with Senator Baldwin, Senator Ayotte, and Senator Casey.
I thank my friend from Tennessee, and I appreciate his work in helping us to ensure that these kids are not going to be left in the lurch. There are kids in the state of Ohio who are expecting to get their Perkins loans this January as they go into the next semester, and certainly thousands of young people who are hoping in the fall that they're going to be able to take advantage of it, and they were very uncertain. It is a big program in Ohio. We actually have over 25,000 Ohio students who've received financial aid through Perkins. One school alone, Kent State, 3,000 students. And by the way, I got lobbied on this very directly. A young woman named Carrie Richmond interned in my office last summer. Carrie is a classic example of somebody who needs Perkins because it fills in the gaps for her. In her case, she has a Pell, and yet as a young woman who has gone in and out of foster homes her entire life, and by the way is a wonderful advocate and spokesperson for that program and how to help foster kids be able to get on their feet. She does not have the help at home that many students do. So for the small things even, she needs that Perkins loan. And she is very grateful today that we are extending this program, of course, but more importantly, she's grateful for all of her other colleagues at Kent State and around the state of Ohio. It's also a big deal to Ohio State. I was with some Ohio State students a couple weeks ago for a holiday party and with the president of Ohio State, who is very pleased this has been finally handled because he's trying to plan, and as you know, the schools play a big role in Perkins. It's essentially like a revolving loan program a little bit. You know, with the interest, they're able to come up with new loans for the next year, and so the colleges, universities in Ohio are very involved. We've got 1,700 students at Ohio State. Overall, we have 60 schools in the Buckeye State, colleges and universities who take advantage of this. So this is a big deal for us, and I really appreciate the fact that you, Mr. Chairman, have been willing to sit down and work with us on this and come up with a way for us to move forward to give these young people the certainty that they need at a time when it is more and more expensive to go to college, where this is a barrier for a lot of young people to be able to get that degree, to get the experience, to get the ability to be able to go out in this tough job market and be able to find work and find their place in the workforce. So I'm happy we've come to this point. I will say that I'm very eager to work with the chairman, ranking member Murray, and others over the next period of time here while we have extended this program to come up with a better way to deal with our student loan program generally. I think Chairman makes a good point about the complexity. I think he's probably right that it's so complex that some parents and students are almost turned off by it, and we can simplify it. Certainly we can. But I also want to make it clear that we need to be sure that we're providing maximum flexibility, again, for these students who otherwise might get left behind and wouldn't be able to take advantage of the opportunity to go to college and to get that degree. We should be doing everything in our power to provide more students in my home state of Ohio and around this country the chance to get the tools they need to be able to be successful. I want to thank Senator Ayotte, I want to thank Senator Casey, and I want to thank Senator Baldwin because we've been at this a while, and we've been out here on the floor a few times talking about this, and I think this is a result that lets us be able to say to the people we represent back home, we are going to be able to give you that certainty, that confidence to know that this is not going to be pulled away. But on the other hand, that we're going to work hard over the next couple years to ensure that this program is viable for the longer term along with other programs and simplify these programs so that they do work better for all of the parents and all of the students who we represent. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you. This is one of the good results at the end of the year here. In a way, going into the Christmas season, it's appropriate that we have this little package that's now wrapped up and has a ribbon on it, but it does expire, so our work is not done, and we will only redouble our efforts to ensure that we can come up with a program that does provide the flexibility and the important safety net that Perkins does.